What is up, guys? Justin here with a quick pickups video for you today, and this is actually kind of a first for me. I've got two separate lots of stuff to show you guys today, both of which came off of a local Facebook group. Now, prior to finding these deals, I knew that we had a couple groups in my area that were like kind of like buy, sell, trade Facebook groups or whatever, but I never really looked into them until recently when I realized, you know, hey, people are posting video game stuff in these Facebook groups. So I joined the groups and I've been looking at them for like a month or so, not really having a whole lot of luck, but within 12 hours of each other, I came across two pretty smoking deals. The first one here is actually a PS1 lot, PSONE, like the PS1 Slims, and the ad that I came across was extremely vague. It had a picture of, you know, the PS1 system here, and all it said was $5 each. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, okay, well, I'd gladly pay $5 for a PS1 system, but what does $5 each mean? You know, do they have games they're selling for $5 each, or they have multiple systems or whatever? So it was a lady that was selling them. I messaged the lady and I said I was interested in her PlayStation stuff, and it turns out that, yeah, she had multiple PS1 systems that she was selling for $5 each. And they weren't just the systems, they were actually complete systems. You know, not in the box or anything, but I mean, they both came with a original Sony PS1 controller. There was two power adapters and two AV cables here. So anyway, yeah, we arranged a time to meet up. I actually just drove over to her house and picked these up. Yeah, $5 each, $10 for both complete systems there. Pretty phenomenal deal. Unfortunately, they didn't have any games. They said they do have games, but I guess they recently moved and they're still kind of trying to dig them out or whatever. But she said she'd hang on to my contact info. Whenever they find them, they're going to message me or whatever. And I also talked to the husband that was there, and he mentioned that he had an old Nintendo system up at their camp, I guess. And you know, he's telling me, he's like, yeah, we have Contra and like all the classic games or whatever. So he said he might be interested in selling it, but I guess they don't get up that way that often. So again, they have my contact info. At the time of filming this video, I haven't heard anything back from them regarding games or the Nintendo or anything, but keeping my fingers crossed on that. So anyway, from that deal, I literally left there and drove to meet up with a guy for a Sega Dreamcast deal that I had worked out the night before. Now, the story behind this deal was, it was a Dreamcast system and game bundle. I saw it posted on the Facebook page. There was a few comments on it and stuff. There was definitely some interest in it, but I messaged the guy, and I think he had it posted for $70, which, to be honest, between the system and the games, was a pretty fair price for it. The only problem was he lived like 20-30 minutes away from me. So I messaged him and I asked him if he was firm on the price, and he told me that he was willing to work a little bit on it. So I told him, you know, I'd gladly come pick it up in his town if I could get everything for $50. Otherwise, if he was willing to meet me, you know, in my town or at least somewhere near my town, I would do $60 for it. And he agreed to meet me about halfway between where I lived and he lived for $60. So from that PS1 deal, I cruised over to meet up with this guy for the Dreamcast deal for $60. So here's what I got. Obviously, the system here, it's in pretty good shape. It's got a few scuffs and stuff on the top of the system, but you know, I trusted him that it worked and everything. So there's a system there. It came with two controllers. This one here looks like it has a rumble pack and a VMU in it. And this one here actually has a VMU and a Game Shark in it. And it just had the AV cord with it. It did not come with a power adapter, which he told me beforehand. He said he had him and his son still play his PS2, and the same power adapter for the Dreamcast works in the PS2, so he was going to hang on to it, but not a huge deal. I've got a ton of adapters that'll work for the system. So there was that, and then here's the stack of games that it came with here. This was the real winner of the deal here. So to go along with the Game Shark and the controller here was the Game Shark CDX here, which I was very happy to get. I can't imagine these are too easy to find for the Dreamcast, and I think they're actually worth a little bit. I'm definitely going to hang on to it. I don't have a Game Shark for my Dreamcast yet, so it might be kind of cool to see how this works and mess around with that. It also had of course, you got to, you know, every Dreamcast lot comes with one demo disc at least. Anyway, I think I've already got this demo disc, but yeah, there was that in there. And then, of course, you got to have your web browser, of course. I don't even know what version this is. This might be the original version. Regardless, I'm not going to use it, so it doesn't matter. We got Test Drive 6, Crazy Taxi, Crazy Taxi 2, Vigilante 8, Second Offense, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Demolition Racer, no exit. 4x4 Evo, I believe. Evolution, I guess. Abbreviation. Vanishing Point. One of the cooler ones here, Jet Grind Radio. I've already got this one. I'm assuming Ryan is probably going to call dibs on this one. I don't think he has this one yet. MSR Metropolis Street Racer. Hot New Hydro Thunder. And then the last two here, we got Sonic Adventure, the non-Sega All-Stars edition. And finally, the one I was most happy to get, Sonic Adventure 2. Once again, the non-Sega All-Stars edition. I think there was a Sega All-Stars edition of this one. I'm not sure. I know there was a Sega All-Stars of the first one, but regardless, I did not have this one for my collection. This was the main reason I wanted the deal. This one has been eluding me. I've owned it disc only before, but I've never owned like the original version of the game. So this is what made me really want it. And I was actually surprised at the condition of all these games. I mean, a couple of the cases got a few minor cracks and stuff, but all the discs are like mint to near mint condition. So there's a few of them in there I'm definitely going to be hanging on to for my collection. And for 60 bucks, it was definitely worth it. I was very happy with that. So I'm definitely going to be checking out this Facebook group daily from now on. You know, like I said, it's hard to find deals on there because there's so much traffic on this page, and you got to think, how easy is it for someone to see something they want and just drop a comment and say, you know, I'll take it or whatever. Like it's just you got to be really quick on these Facebook pages. But I'm gonna still check it, and hopefully I can find some more deals like this. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out the video, and until next time, take care.